asbestos.
It's sadly becoming so common. A support group set up by two sisters following the death of their father is growing in popularity. Well, Sarah Gom's been to meet members of the Southampton group, some of whom have the disease and others who've lost loved ones.
Eric Hogsflesh and Stan Thomas have mesothelioma. Their lives have been irreversibly changed purely because their jobs brought them into regular contact with asbestos. Stan is only 69 years old. As a young man he began a career in the army, but in 1962 he trained as a heating engineer, the implications of which he could never have predicted.
Biggest shock is you say to the fella how long, and he says, I don't really know. He said a week, months or years. So I'm in my second year, so I'm doing all right. I've got a grandchild of 7, which, you know, you feel, will I see her grow right up or not? But I don't know.
Eric, who installed thermal insulation, was diagnosed in January.
Over the past 5 years, I've buried at least 17 people I work with. The same reason, the same thing I've got now. There's quite a bit of pain now. Sleeping at night time, I probably wake up about 7 or 8 times a night.
The South Coast has such high incidence of mesothelioma because of the hundreds of people employed on the railways and especially the docks, where men frequently worked with asbestos. Men like Douglas Maggs. He was employed by one of the South's major shipbuilding firms and died when he was just 59, leaving his widow Pat.
You more or less die on that day and you just cope. That is all you can do because you know that there's no turning back.
Sadly, the need for support groups like this one is only going to rise. Cases of mesothelioma haven't yet peaked. They're estimated to rise annually until 2015. And for example, in Portsmouth alone, an average of 1 person every week is diagnosed with the disease. This group has been set up by Diane McClellan and Lynn Squibb following the death of their father, Dave Salisbury, in 2005.
I can only say that the day that he was diagnosed he lost his sparkle, and it's true what people say, you mourn from the moment they're diagnosed, not from their death.
A lawyer was on hand today to offer advice about compensation. The cash can be claimed and it's vital for family left behind. But equally important is the friendly support and the cups of tea offered here, a huge comfort born of one family's loss. Sarah Gom in Southampton for Meridian Tonight.